Hey there guys, how you doing? Aaron Baker here. Today I have a special guest with me, my grandma, Thelma Fisk. And I want to talk to you about World War II here in Oregon. I went through some family pictures here and I came across that picture of that tower there that you said was up in Notai. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it was mostly women that worked there because all the men still had to work in the two sawmills.
Okay.
And so somebody, when their name would come up, and evidently my mother's came up a lot because she wrote on a picture here that she had received her pin for 500 hours of service at the lookout post.
Okay, and the lookout post was built during the war for volunteers, citizen volunteers, and mostly women to go there and look for Japanese planes overhead.
And they had to, they went to classes so they could also tell a person what type of plane it was.
Okay, and you were around 7 years old or so. Did you have any of this training of what to look for, a Japanese plane?
No.
No?
No.
What type of training did they give you? Nothing?
The kids?
Yeah, the kids?
Well, at school, they trained us there that anytime the teacher said, get under your desks,
Yeah.
you know, because there's planes going over, well, you were supposed to obey and be under your desk.
You went under the desk.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember at all lights at night having to be turned out?
Yes, because everybody had to put, well, most window shades wasn't good enough in those days to cut the light out altogether.
Okay.
And so people would hang blankets
Okay.
over their windows.
And if anything,
Well, besides that, most of us in outlying
rural.
places like down Vaughan Road, we didn't have electricity anyway.
You didn't have electricity anyhow.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't have to worry about that. It was put out the lanterns then. Okay.
Had coal oil lamps.
Okay. All right. So what this was a photo taken of all the volunteers that volunteered at the watchtower,
Right.
and if any planes were spotted, I had read that then a message would be relayed to a central station in Eugene, and there was these towers all over here on the west coast to protect from Japanese aircraft and any attacks. We were attacked during World War II by the Japanese, even on the lower 48 states here. You, after the war, you believe a friend had even discovered a balloon bomb, a Japanese balloon bomb?
Yes, it had, I don't know if it's this mountain or just part of the Coast Range, you know.
Oh, where they had found
Yeah,
it? Okay.
but they did. And I'd
Had a-
actually pretty much forgotten that, but that's true.
You had told me before, yeah, you even had a piece of it because of a show and tell at the school.
That's right.
Okay, now you have something else here with you called a stamp or a war ration booklet.
Right. And every member of the family did receive one, but in order to get maybe coffee and sugar were the main things that people used their stamp books for.
Okay, and so during the war, there was actually the United States of America Office of Price Administration. And now they awarded families, each individual, rationing books of stamps that then you would have to go to local stores, every local store, or was there areas or certain place?
Any store would take them.
Okay, take the stamps.
And if I can interrupt.
Go ahead.
Gas was, there was real shortage of gas during the war.
Wow.
And so most everything was bought right down here at Notai.
Okay. Local people weren't driving far.
Right,
You
yeah.
would not want to use your fuel. Okay. Now, these stamp booklets, were they sent to you in the mail from this administration, or did you had to go and apply for them? Do you remember that?
Truthfully, I don't know. I don't think people would have had to driven to Eugene since
Okay.
there's such a gas
So there was probably
shortage.
something local
I think so.
going on, because you were about 20 miles out from Eugene, Oregon, 20 miles west Eugene, Oregon, and so you'd get these stamps, and what that was doing was rationing sugar and coffee and other things, and so without the stamp, they would just not sell you any sugar, or
That's right. If you didn't have it.
if you
If you'd used up all your stamps, well, you were just in tough luck until time rolled around again so you could get more sugar. But I do, even then I was in the second grade, but I remember Mom, my mother, rationing her own sugar,
Okay.
you know, so that she would have enough to be able to can with.
Okay, so she was hiding it in the walls and in the attic.
That's true. That's very true. And I told you that before.
I think I heard that before. Yeah, she was hiding it in the walls. Rationing it now, just so she could make sure she had enough to can, because you never knew what was going to happen.
That's right.
It was unpredictable time. All right.
You know, the way things were going, you know, all food supplies could have been,
Diminished.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow. Okay. Now, what else do you have here? Your mother, my grandma, Opal.
Julia, Opal Julia, Buckridge,
Gregory. Wow. Okay. Let's see that headline newspaper here. This was Eugene's local newspaper.
Oops, this is the wrong one.
Oh no, that was it.
Yeah,
let's
that's the only one she kept.
hold that up there. That says war.
This is, excuse me, August 15th, 1945.
Okay. War over, Japs surrender. And still have the newspaper right from the register guard. Now, what was it like as a child knowing the war was over? Did it matter much?
You know, I don't really have a memory of what I felt when it was over.
Yeah.
But all adults, they were just ecstatic, of course.
Okay.
But for kids, I think it was probably kind of an exciting time.
You had fun during the war.
Yes, because it was always people. Well, it was an office that was staffed with military people in Eugene, and they would come out and entertain at the school and that type of thing.
Okay, so you enjoyed
Regular occasions.
seeing the military come to the school as something different. Get out of class for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. A lot of it, too, was in the evening, and the school would be quite lit up with candles, you know, rather than...
Okay, just fun for children, something way different,
Yeah.
exciting, unpredictable times. Yeah. All right, Grandma. Thank you very much. All right.